Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Michelle's vlog. And we decided to test her closed grip bench. We've been doing all this wide grip. With her historically having been a closed gripper, she couldn't do it due to shoulder issues. I've corrected those issues and she can now wide grip and she's a bit stronger at it. But we wanted to rotate in for a conjugate lift her closed grip. She got 155. So we're pretty happy with that. Our goal right now, we want to get her to about 175 in the near future on a regular bench. So we're working towards that. That is a goal we want to see this coming year, right? We want to see that. We want that on the platform as a minimum. So floor press is our first supplemental lift. Of course, that is done with a wider grip there, closer to what she uses for competition now. Then we do JM presses. And again, this is why she's so strong on the closed grip still. Look at the tricep strength. Again, making the note for the guys watching, that is not a ladies bar. That is a full 45-pound bar, okay, with plates. So again, we're quite happy about that. Triceps are in a very, very good place. Obviously, we always want more. But she's gaining muscle. We've seen significant improvement for those who haven't noticed. People I know have noticed. I notice as her coach, she notices. So if you guys go watch the early vlogs here, go back a few months, she's put on substantial muscle mass, and we've done it without gaining weight. So we've got everything in that sweet spot. And we have to continue to put muscle on her. And that's going to be the goal. So after she gets a little bigger, she's going to cut a little, then we're going to keep doing this. So we're going to, over time, recomposition her at the same weight. We've got to get her more jacked. That's the key to getting stronger. Okay. Her neural drive and everything's doing pretty good. She's good at grinding. Her speed work is getting faster. So we know those things are all improving. And you want those things to improve, but it's going to be hypertrophy. So we do, of course, back work. We do inverted rows. We're doing some shoulder work here. Have her do front raises. I still have her do a fair amount of these smaller single joint shoulder exercises. Why? Drug-free women building delts is absurdly difficult. Okay. And all the ladies out there who are watching, or any of you coaches who train women, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Building shoulders for women who are not using any drugs of any type to help takes a lot of work. It's just probably the hardest demographic to build shoulders in, hands down, just due to the lower testosterone, lower muscle fiber density. And notice her delts are getting bigger. We need those delts bigger. Okay, that's going to impact her bench press. All right, has to happen. We do not want them to become a weak link. Right now, they're not her weak link, but I don't want them to become one, because we know her triceps are on point. The triceps are her strongest benching muscle. We're working on the pecs a lot, and they're coming up slowly but surely, but I don't want those delts to start lagging. And again, delts can oftentimes take a little more volume than your chest can. Chest really can only handle so much workload. Sometimes the tendons just become a problem. All right, deadlift. Look at that. PR against bands. 285 plus 45 bands. I put that up in a reel earlier this weekend in shorts and reels both. Okay. Max effort lower day. We do some chin-ups. Now, I will justify this as saying it puts her back in traction after deadlifting, and it is a back exercise. Therefore, we will count it as a deadlift accessory. I know everyone's like, conjugate's up or lower. Yeah, but look how much back work is often still done on conjugate on lower body days. There's a reason for that. Of course, so she does her chins, and obviously she's no slouch at the chin-ups. Get a respectable number of those. Then we go on to hip hinge pattern movements. Safety bar good mornings. I still have her focusing on good mornings a lot. I could make the case for her particular weak links of us working in some Romanian deadlifts coming up. However, I want to make sure that squat keeps progressing, and I want to make sure that she's able to maintain the back positions that I want on the squat. And the Romanian deadlift isn't going to give us that same benefit in terms of where we're putting muscle at versus this particular exercise. I think we can make that case for the RDL being a better hamstring movement. Now, people will go, but didn't you say she has a hamstring weakness relative to her other muscles? Yes, she does need more hamstring. She's tall. A lot of people don't realize that. They don't realize she's actually very, very tall. I believe she's 5'9". So she's tall. So therefore, if you look at her levers and watch the deadlifts, her hamstrings do need to come up. But we're doing other hamstring work. And right now, I really need to keep pushing her squat up. We need it for her total, right? We've got to get those totals to get qualified for higher events, right? We've got to get qualified for nationals. We've got to get qualified for worlds, and we need to do them in the near future. Okay, I need to have both lifts go up. The good morning will help both more than the RDL will. The RDL will give her more deadlift. So for leg work, we're doing isolateral leg work now. I have her doing single leg presses. This is a great way to go if you have access to a leg press. I love belt squats, but not everyone has one. Not everyone's got the belt squats. And she had said her gym got one of the devices, those arms. I don't like those arms. I don't think they're well designed. I don't think they work well. They need to get a regular belt squat. But in the meantime, we've got this leg press, and I can always put her on isolateral leg movements with dumbbells or barbells as necessary. But for now, we'll keep it simple, do the leg press, keep bringing those legs up. We need the quads, we need the adductors. Got to bring that squat up. All right. Now here's where the magic is going to happen with the deadlift. All right, we've got those good mornings in. We have these glute ham raises, and she's getting quite a bit stronger at these, and her deadlift is coming up as she gets stronger at them. All right. These are pretty important movement for her, also because she is prone to certain types of hamstring injuries at certain angles, or pain at least as a result of some other issues going on. We need to get those hamstrings stronger through any means necessary. This is a phenomenal exercise for helping develop the parts of the hamstring that help stabilize the knee joint the best, okay? And it helps stave off those injuries. All right, reverse hyperextension, she's getting strong at these. Again, low back, glutes. They do work hamstrings. However, in my opinion, they're not really one of the best hamstring exercises. They really aren't. But when we start talking about spinal erectors, I don't think anything can beat the reverse hyper. I think nothing really surpasses it in terms of activation. There's a lot of things that are equal. I don't think they surpass it there, but the restorative effect combined with it is what makes it king. All right, that ability to recover, that ability to handle the workloads we want to handle because it's pulling the back into traction, it's restorative. All right, the rest of this, I'm going to pull most of the accessory out to keep this video reasonably short in length. Because these tend to drag on long otherwise, because she does a lot of volume. She does more exercise selection than a lot of my clients. All right, speed bench with chains. All right, we do all three grips. We rotate through them. At present, she does dumbbell presses on her dynamic day. I'm a big fan. I would even consider incline work here for her, but she can't do it. Incline work still hurts her shoulders. But look at her ability to get this position now with the dumbbells. She used to have to pronate them due to the previous shoulder issues. Again, there's scar tissue and stuff in there, but we've strengthened those shoulders up enough that she can do all this stuff pain-free. Okay, which means we can use movements like this to develop the pectorals quicker. And I do like dumbbells for that. For sometimes for serious pec weaknesses, I like dumbbells. I really like them a lot. If that's an enormous issue. And not all my lifters need them, but I've definitely used dumbbells as a tool to build some pretty impressive benches for guys who are at lighter body weights. Some of my bigger, thicker guys, though, I mean, I oftentimes like the floor press for that. Right? I like the floor press. But some of my people who are smaller framed don't get quite the same benefit, particularly the women, obviously. But a lot of your men who are down under 200 pounds, it doesn't always do what I want it to do in terms of their levers, in which case dumbbells fill the gap very, very well. All right, dynamic effort lower day. We did our speed squats. We're on speed pulls against chains, and then we do the same supplemental work that we did, for the most part, very, very similar to what we did on the max effort lower day. So she finishes up here with some chin-ups, and I decided to leave the chin-ups in at the end just because a woman being able to just crank out chin-ups like that for full ranges of motion is impressive. So you guys enjoy. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.